Hi, I'm Jody White from VIP Productions, spotlighting Tina Lindsay from an organization called MEGA. MEGA is a group of Michiganders who want to eradicate guardian abuse and other abuses in our Michigan probate courts. Tina, you were a victim in 2018 with your father, but you were able to rescue your family from the clutches of this probate pandemic.
Yes, 2018, it was horrible. It was a lot of stress on my family and myself. No family should have to go through this. This is why I'm very active in helping others.
Yes, you victims are becoming advocates, and I see you, Christina Brockovich. You've been all over Facebook and YouTube. You've got to tell me how the second person came out. It's almost like you're, that newspaper reporter Clark Kent that goes into the phone booth and you become Superman.
Yes, after rescuing my dad, I would stop at nothing to bring these people down. I didn't know how serious the issues were in our probate court, and I didn't know what to do. So I created this new person, and I used my name and my husband's name because I knew I had to remember who I was. I had more courage if I was disguised. Probate court can be a scary environment. The wig helped me get the courage to sit in these courtrooms and document the probate scams for me and others. And I knew something felt very wrong.
Well, I do know you working as Christina Brockovich with this mega organization that in November 2019, you did some researching and you found a family and they didn't even know that they were put into a probate scam. We have some video of you here playing where you're with a bunch of people in blue shirts. What is that all about?
Yes, Regina and I started Mega together. Both of us are victims, her and her daughter, and me and my father. Mega designed and ordered these t-shirts to start this movement.
So all these families have been a victim in probate?
Absolutely. They are from Southeast Michigan and are all VIPs. They have been victimized in probate court by other county probate judges, and we're willing to come out and support this mega movement.
Wow, that is amazing. That is so amazing that you're all working together in Michigan. So how does MEGA find these victims, especially in Wayne County?
Well, as a victim in probate, I know how to research court records. I wanted to make sure no other family was just randomly picked to be abused by these probate monsters. They know how to file petitions without giving notice, and before the family knows what hits them, some court-appointed person is controlling the well-being and finances of your loved one. Unfortunately, we are finding too many families being caught up in this probate scam. And on November 18th, we had a news reporter from our local WXYZ news station come to Wayne County City Building to record what is happening in our probate courts with our guardianship fraud. We were thankful that this family was helped, but while we were waiting for the court proceeding to begin, we ran into another family.
Okay, so is that this photo here that I have? It looks like that's the Wheeler family, and there's a photo of you and Regina with their family.
No, Mr. Wheeler's issue is similar to Nellie Shaw's issues, but we saw the Shaw family distraught after talking to attorney Cynthia Williams. She was the attorney that was reported on by WXYZ News. When Regina and I walked up to this 86-year-old woman, we found out she was Nellie Shaw. She lives in Wayne County and is close to all three of her daughters, Tanja, Phyllis, and Elisa, and her only son passed away. We were told that Nellie's granddaughter, Tarla, was the guardian conservator for her since 2016, and that is how it should be. Family taking care of family. This granddaughter took out a $25,000 performance bond, but she had questions about how to be a court-ordered conservator.
So this Cynthia Williams, was she there to help Tarla, or how does Tarla get helped when she is a family conservator?
Well, right now there is no one really to help, but there are attorneys on the prowl to harm the family. It is a law that the courts must review guardianship every 3 years. Tarla was showing her bond company all her records for the past 3 years, but needed some approval from this attorney, Cynthia Williams. Cynthia Williams is notorious for getting involved into other families' business when she shouldn't.
Wow, the Cynthia Williams seems scary, but now was she the one that actually petitioned the court in 2019 to start this chaos?
No, the petition to modify the conservator was brought to the probate by the oldest sister, Phyllis. This is part of the probate scam to manipulate a family member to start the probate scam.
Well, so then, okay, after the petition, then what's the next step?
The judge calls for an evidentiary hearing. Their hearing was scheduled, but the judge, Judge David Perkins, didn't care about obtaining the truth from the family. The judges don't allow the family members to talk in the court. Tanja said they were upset because the judge didn't even ask Cynthia Williams when she last visited her mother, Nellie. Instead, the judge listens to a bunch of made-up lies about their family. Mega is trying to get the transcripts of that hearing, but they are very costly to obtain. And what we really want is the video of the court proceeding, because people have to see these proceedings to believe the misconduct in our judiciary.
Oh, well, we do have some footage here from the Attorney General. She spoke on June 2019 in Farmington, and she's very upset at some of the way these court hearings are being handled. Let's listen to this real quick.
We're going to review the process for emergency petitions for guardianships and conservatorships to require a full hearing with the ward present and medical testimony required. I read a transcript that came out of Macomb County, and I got to tell you, I have seen cases, and I've handled cases where people had traffic tickets where the court spent more time and the attorneys put more attention into the facts of those cases than creating full guardianship, which is the most power you can ever have over an individual, and that includes people who are in prison. People in prison have more rights than people who are wards of a full guardian. You don't have a right to make any medical decisions for yourself, and you don't have the right to make any of your own financial decisions. You know, it deprives you in many ways of your humanity. And these hearings are being conducted, some of them take, you know, they're 5 minutes long. The people are not even there who are subject to this. And you have no doctor, no medical personnel at all to talk about why it's important that this person even have a guardian in the first place. That's going to change, and it's going to change this year.
The probate judges don't want their actions to be exposed. Judges are known to financially exploit our elderly by providing frivolous court orders and unwanted and unneeded guardians and conservators.
Well, there is a new court administrative order that just came out that states as of May 1st, we're going to be able to bring our cameras into the courthouses.
One of the complaints I heard from constituents in Oakland County is probably the same with every county, is that with their court proceedings, they can get the transcripts, but they say that doesn't show facial expression, tone of voice, gesture, and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if there could be, since we're videotaping these pretrial hearings and with the offenders, if we can't do something like that for just the average person to be able to get videotape of their proceeding as opposed to just the transcripts.
And I believe courts do so much of our work confidentially that the work that we are doing in public in the courtroom should be available for everybody to see whenever they want to, and I'm on your team on that one. We have required that the trial courts videotape their proceedings. I know that I understand that there was some resistance, but the cloud is making all of this easier, and it feels to me like there should be solutions to people being able to see what's happened in a courtroom. It's a public courtroom. It's the public's courtroom.
We're hoping that these folks in the court-ordered roles like Cynthia Williams as the family guardian ad litem will be removed from the state bar roster. This attorney didn't research or investigate the current events with Nellie Shaw. She used 3-year-old information on this family, and this is wrong. Instead of interviewing Nellie, she just went ahead and made up this information on her 11/18/2019 report. Can you believe she lied to that judge? I mean, she failed to tell the judge that she never even visited Miss Nellie. Her guardian ad litem report was fraudulent.
Oh, that is unbelievable. Okay, so where does this David W., the conservator, come in with this probate scam?
Or David W., who owns Wilbart Family Services, took out a $60,000 performance bond, and on 1/16/2020, he was given the letters of authority from the probate court to manage Nellie's bills.
Okay, letters of authority, what's that?
Yeah, these are legal documents he has given to the court so he can change the bank accounts of our elderly.
So the family loses their right to take care of their elderly mother's finances, like even including like their monthly bills for cable TV and or life insurance?
Yes. Nellie liked her sports channels on cable. Nellie was triggered a few weeks ago when her TV was shut off for non-payment of her bills. Now her family is worried about paying for her funeral expenses now that Nellie has just passed away. All while these court workers are trying to slander their good names by saying these family and friends acted fraudulent while being her caregivers and drivers.
This is unbelievable that a conservator isn't paying the bills for the family.